Hello. So, I feel insecure. There's so much shame in that word, as if it was my fault. Like I went out and robbed a bank and then I got insecure. It's like, no, I was born this way. And with the liberation spell that I found, where I closed my eyes and it changed everything, and then I realized every communication has two implied points: who I think I am as a speaker and who I think I'm speaking to. And they're both imaginary. I'm speaking from an imaginary point of view of who I think I need to be, and I'm speaking to an imaginary audience. All right. So when I close my eyes, it makes it a lot easier to let go of the social feedback. I also noticed that that's one of the things I do for dance as well. When I close my eyes, I can sink in to me, right? And the difference between um, performance dancing and ecstatic dance or contact improv is that we are tuning into the feeling inside and bringing that out instead of trying to see what it looks like. Actually, the most important part is how we feel when I'm doing it, how I feel when I'm doing it, right? Instead of how I think I'm going to be seen. I look at how I feel, and am I feeling good? Am I having fun? So, all right, I'm gonna get started. So securely insecure is the theme of probably my entire life. All right, I am insecure. I emotionally try so many things to feel that confidence. And I've done so many things. I've mapped so many different aspects of life, and yet the core emotion is still there. So here's what I realized. Any insecurity or discomfort means that I am not accepting reality exactly as it is. That's what it means. Because even if I hesitate, even if I blank out and freeze up, ah, so what? You know? It is simply a part of humanity, it's part of life. But I only hate myself when that's not who I think I am, who I want to be. So, there's like instantly like three parts in me that's like split off. It's like there's a part of me that I want to be, that I will, that I'm working towards becoming. There's who I am just as I am. And there's this negative assessment of myself, right? So I call this -1, 0, 1. All right. So -1 is about letting go of all the distortion, letting go of the the fight, even if I'm fighting on the first order, I don't have to add judgment on top of judgment on top of judgment. If I'm judging myself, okay, everybody judges themselves and judges others. But if I add an extra layer that says, oh, I shouldn't judge myself or others, right? Spiritual invalidation. Then now I have 2 judgments instead of 1. So -1 is about accepting the distortions as distortions. They're not true. It is true in the trauma sense. It's traumatic truth. It's the emotional child's truth. So that truth needs to be just heard and felt, and like just let them blame and be angry, right? I also know that in the end, the truth is it's all just vibrations in the air, just trees swaying in the breeze. I'm just one incarnation. I'm a chemical reaction that can think and create stories, and then the stories feed back into my emotional chemical system, and the chemical system rise up again, and then it creates a different story, and then it loops. That's the 0 loop. All right. I go up and I go down. I go up and I go down. 1 is like up. It's like, oh my gosh, life is so good. Like, wow. And it's all a part of this loop, the 0 loop. That everything is perfect, including our recognition of, hey, things we shouldn't do. Like, when we learn better, we do better. So you see that there's, even as I say that, there's a split. So I'm working on clarifying that split. I also want to slip back into Shadow Puppet Theatre because that's so much fun. But right now I'm refining this awareness that everything is perfect right here, right now, including any thoughts that it isn't perfect. That's part of what it is, what is. Including all my hesitations, all my -1s, all my hopes and dreams, all my +1. Okay. So the other aspect I'm working on is 0, from -1 to 0, which means all the struggling, like, resistance, I can just let go and float into effortless action. Right? My body is still moving and doing the things I need to do, but my emotion is no longer like struggling, resisting, yelling, screaming at myself. But what about this? What about my striving to make life better? Right? So we're going from -1, oh, things are terrible, they shouldn't be this way, to 0, right? Like, okay, no, everything is fine. Everything is perfect. Like, I'm here now. Everything's perfect. And even in this perfection, I can make stuff. I can make it better. Right? Better perfection is a bit of an oxymoron, but it is, though. right? It's a natural progression. Like a beaver builds a dam, and it now has a home that is better, and the both part is part of the perfection. So that's what I am teasing out right now. -1, let go of effort, let go of resistance to what is, and then now that we are in the Tao, we are just being essence itself. Essence itself naturally wants to create and solve the equations and make life better. So this is a part of the zero effortless energy of life. Okay? Making things worse was a misguided attempt to try to make things better. It's a misguided attempt. So even this is perfect, and learning to not do it is also perfect. So this natural rise from -1 to 1 is perfection. Okay, so I'm going to draw that out, and then that will be that for now. -1 to 1, and that is the natural progression. Okay? And then you can go past 1. One's just like, I want to do better, right? Then the next step is 2, right? 0, 1, 2. 2 means I have 2 points, A and B. Like, where am I going? I just want things, right? That's what a child wants things. I'm like, okay, we teach the child, okay, let's plan it out. Let's figure out what point B is, and then let's map out that path, and we'll take steps towards our goal, right? So number 2 is knowing where to go, knowing what to do. And the number 3 anchors the step between 1 and 2 is a third point, and that's 3, right? So 3 is effortless action, when we know what to do and we're just doing it. Backed by the 1, the energy of life. And if we drop into -1 and things feel terrible, it's like, great. You know why? Because that is the energy called extra hard mode. It's what makes life more fun. Because if we just went straight for A to B, we would achieve everything we want too quickly. Okay? Then there would be no game. There would be no struggle. It would just be like, oh, that's it? You know, like, we're really looking for this amazing video game that we've been waiting for years. Like, it finally comes out and you're like, do, and you beat it, like, just like that. It's like, oh, come on, you know? I was hoping for a challenge. So apparently this incarnation, I decided to make it harder on myself. Like, how much can I stack this extra hard mode without making it, like, too hard, and then it collapses my entire emotional state. And it almost does. It almost does every single time, because I have it set on extra hard mode. I have my entire history of trauma that gets triggered when I try to do something bigger than I'm capable of this one moment. So, I want to pause here, and then I will do Shadow Puppet Theatre. But I also want to just illustrate what Shadow Puppet Theatre is and how it liberates me. Actually, I'm not going to pause, because these videos are for me. They're for the AI future, because I'm going to upload it back into YouTube, and, you know. So, this is the liberation spell called Shadow Puppet Improv Theatre. I was like, what acronym is that? Shadow Puppet SP Improv I Theater T. It's like spit. It's like, I guess we're spitting out shadow, like spitting out lyrics, like spit. So, this is Shadow Puppet Theatre. I do it with my eyes closed. It changes my entire state, and I feel silly. I feel really, really silly. It's like, I don't want to watch it, so, Okay, but I'm just gonna state that, I feel silly. Alright, so securely insecure. That's the spell. I'm insecure, yeah, I feel silly and but I'm gonna tell you straight up, be like, oh yeah, I feel insecure right now. I feel terrible. And there's nothing wrong. Okay? So then, remember, there's always two implied beings in a communication, right? Who I think I am and who I think I'm speaking to. So here's the spell where I blow out the entire spectrum, right? I say, I am speaking to 8 billion people right now. I am speaking to absolutely everyone that could possibly be listening. Like there's no one left, alright? In fact, it's more. I'm speaking to trillions of future beings, assuming we don't, destroy ourselves in the great singularity, right? Assuming we make it past that point and we spread out into the stars, there could potentially be trillions of people. So I'm speaking to all of humanity, right? That's just what I'm saying. This is what I'm declaring, right? So there's the 2 point, right? My imagined audience. I'm saying I'm speaking to all of humanity. There's no one left. Like this is as big as it gets. They say dance like no one is watching, but I also invert it. It's like dance as if everyone is watching. And the freak out is a part of the process. It's the initiation. Everybody's cheering us on, right? Because it's all me. It's imaginary. Every possible audience that there could be, right? So here's what, and then, okay. Let me come back here, right? So the audience is, I'm speaking to 8 billion people and trillions in the future. I'm speaking to all of humanity. And who am I? Well, I'm speaking as a representative of all of humanity. And I'm speaking as one instance of humanity. Right? I am the one instance that I am speaking for. That's it. I can't split myself be any more than I am. There will be other people who also speak on behalf of all humanity as themselves as one instance of humanity. We are all that being. Okay. I'm shifting modes now. Now I'm like talking to somebody, so I can feel my back end shifting, right? So this is how I map out why I change. Why my tone changes, who I think I'm speaking to, and who I think I'm speaking from, will determine the arc with which I speak. And some of it I'm more comfortable with, and some I am not. So, okay. So I close my eyes. I declare my audience. I declare who I am. And I declare that this space is a place for liberation. This is Shadow Puppet Theatre. Alright? Which means every single shadow within me, no matter how weird and awkward, they all get a voice. The main one that gets a voice first is Freeze, because it comes out and like freezes everything. It's like, alright? So if we don't give Freeze a voice, it just keeps me locked down. Okay? So that's it. And then here's what I imagine, right? I imagine that, give me a second, the distraction, the slight bit of frustration that comes with it. There's a text that came in, and I'm right back to it. Okay. So in front of me is this entire chorus, this entire audience of all of humanity, right? Just in giant bowl, billions of people. Behind me is the chorus of everyone I could possibly pretend to be. Every audience, every character, every inner emotion that I can give voice to. All the versions of me are back here. So we form a dome. Okay? And so when one speaker comes out from behind me, like freeze or anxiety stands in the front. And sometimes I can sense a response, like, oh, this person, the anxiety says, oh, I am so great. And then I can imagine one of the audience member, one of the critics or like the hecklers be like, who do you think you are? You know? And then, um, and then this guy would also respond. So now we have a back and forth. So the audience and the speaker, the shadow speaker. The wild thing, though, is that I am also here. I am the director voice. I can interview the shadow. I can hold my shadow from the outside, especially when I close my eyes. Like, it activates a certain mode in me. Okay. All right, well, enough talking about it. Let's go into it, and I don't really consider the other side at this point. I'm only focused on how I feel, and am I having fun? This is just me. This is me singing. All right, this is just for fun, dancing for fun. It's improv, Shadow Improv Theater, and I feel so much lighter. All right, okay, so let's begin. I'll see you later. All right. And the curtains have fallen. Welcome to Shadow Puppet Theatre. We understand that the camera is still on the other side of this curtain, and that's what generates this energy of conscientious, like self-consciousness. All right? So I want to recognize that. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is Shadow Puppet Improv Theatre, or aka Spit. I don't know, that's just what it came to me. Okay. And the point of this exercise is to give ourselves inner liberation. Yes, that's the goal. And who am I speaking with? I am speaking to you. All of you. Every single possible human or otherwise that may be listening. My audience member out here is 8 billion people. Woo! Right? Can you hear the cheering? Like, ow! That's a lot of people. Thank you. Right? And I hear a critic voice saying, like, who do you think you are? I think I am the person, the name that I was given. It's not who I am, but this is the designation name I was given, right, when I was born. My name is Hector Kuan Yin Pang. That's who I think I am. Any other questions? um, right. So, I am now able to address the counter voices that exist within me because I can externalize it now to an outer audience. Alright, so now, before we even finish speaking, we have the Shadow Freeze. Hello, come on up front. You have the stage, Freeze. Hello. I am Freeze. I'm sorry. Um, Anytime that the feelings get a little too heavy, I come out and I stop everything, including now. So, thank you for your attention. I'm Freeze. I'm just letting you know that we are feeling insecure, self-conscious. It doesn't really have any meaning, but it gets in the way of the word processor parts of the brain. So, and before we haven't been able to like say it, so now I'm looping. All right. Do you need some help? Yes. Okay. All right. So, anyways, I am the director of Shadow Puppet Theatre. I'm the inner parent, I'm the inner guardian, and the interviewer. Remember, the whole process is for us to have fun, to be in the moment. Every single thing that we do is utterly perfect, right? We are an instance of humanity. Of the 8 billion people out there, there is Freeze. Hi, Freeze. Ooh. Slow down. Got it. Whew. Mm. Well, that is what a crash looks like. Has anybody not crashed before, ever, in their brain? Then congratulations. But, see, here in Shadow Puppet Theater, we celebrate everything. We cheer everyone on. We want to get out all that gunk, those hesitations, those freeze. Ugh. Okay. Ooh, let's clear the stage. Let's clear the stage. Just clear the stage. We didn't finish. Okay. Well, in front of me, I'm speaking to 8 billion people. I'm speaking to all of humanity. Behind me is a chorus of everything I could possibly pretend to be, including pretending to be myself. I don't know, am I myself or am I not? You know what I mean? What does authentic feeling even mean? If I feel inauthentic, am I authentically inauthentic? Because I feel authentically inauthentic. I'm trying to get back to authenticity. What does that mean? That, ladies and gentlemen, and any genders in between, that is what we're playing with. Who am I? Who are you? Okay. We have a blank stage. What I see is me, the director in form, standing in the middle of the stage. Um, I don't know what I'm doing here, but apparently my subconscious generated me on stage, so I guess this is my primary persona. This is the consolidation. Um, cool. Um, what am I doing here? Well, this character, this form, this body, the role of this body is to map out the equations of living, right? If life was a video game, how do we play it? Okay? So right now, I would say, with my eyes closed, with the live video on, we're in the emotional dimension, we're in the social dimension, right? And we're in the symbolic mapping dimension as well. So we're kind of the three combination of symbolic, emotional, social energy, but I'm not actually interacting with anyone. I don't want to see if anyone is watching. So, in this one moment, what game am I playing? This is the game of life, okay? And in this game, I can choose to do anything, and I chose to turn on the live video. I chose to speak. I chose to activate this mental game called Shadow Puppet Theatre. I chose to close my eyes to limit my input so that I am only speaking from within, from the signals within. Am I still live? Yep, I'm still live. Just checking. Okay. So I am in the meta frame. I'm speaking about this point. So I'm in the meta, emotional, social, kind of emotional, social frame, and symbolic. I'm doing emotional strength training. I'm doing shadow integration by giving my shadows a voice. I'm working on securely insecure as a representative of all of humanity. Because there's not a single word that I have spoken that is completely new. There's nothing new here at all. I've spoken these words 100 times. I've spoken these words 1,000,000 times. I'm no longer looking for new words, for new art. No. No creation. No communication. I'm not trying to do anything. That's zero. I am discovering my inner zero. Okay. So it feels like the person I am right now, I am the narrator. I am uh, the one that orients the audience, orients me and myself, all the versions. I'm feeling energy constriction here. I am a representative of all humankind. I am one representative of all humankind. Anything that I can do represents what a human can do, including be insecure. There's a lot of like world records. What are we capable of? You know, the upwards angle. What about down? Hey, I'm capable of freezing up on stage. You know, that's a data point. And if you ask people, like, that's just part of the growth process, the initiation of becoming. So, I'm feeling the call to wrap it up. So, this is me. I am Hector Kwan Yin Pang, and I am the map maker. I am the orienter. I am the narrator. Thank you for your time and attention. I'm feeling particularly vulnerable right now. And it feels really warm, but I think it's because of the stress. It may also be really warm. Let me check. Yeah, it's only 77, so it's my own body. It's just me. All right, everyone. Let's take a deep breath together. Um, One of the things that's going on in the back of my brain is some part of me is wondering what it would be like to do this in a group and like having a time limit to give them as much freedom as they want within that time. So I'm just going to put that thought away because I've acknowledged it. Part of meditation is to recognize the thought, and we don't need to chase it. We come back to neutral. We come back to loving, soft coherence. Mm-hmm. There is a script that floats up. I'm acknowledging that. I'm also acknowledging the frustration of that script. And I can choose not to, or I can choose to read it, or I can choose to paraphrase it. And even saying those words cause this energy right here. Would you like to come out and play? That energy is called authenticity. And it's just floating up through the ground right now. Active imagination. And it's this clear jellyfish-like being. It's just floating, soft and gentle. Hello, authenticity. I love you. I love you too. Ah, this is my desire to be authentic. And part of authenticity brought a friend, a teddy bear. The little kid who just wants to hug his teddy bear without needing to pretend to be strong and tough and pretend I'm in prison and I need to be showing, like, I have no weakness. Um, my brain is showing me flashes of grade school, of the prison of middle school, elementary, and high school, that we were forced into this prison camp with these hooligans, and I felt fearful for my safety. Okay, so my child self feels like he's gone through prison, and that, like, ugly, destroying energy of primates. Okay. Okay. Whew. Whew. This is the power of Shadow Puppet Theatre. We attune to ourself. The only thing that matters is the energy within. And everything that was said is not the truth. It is the traumatic trauma truth. It is the felt sense of how it felt. It's sharing with me a story. Remember when we used to board the bus with a protractor in our between our fingers with the needle pointing, it's not a knife, but just like mess with me and you're gonna get it kind of like energy. Like, oh, thank you for showing us. Thank you for coming up. Oh, thank you, authenticity. I love you, little child, little baby. You're not a baby. Okay, you are Hector. I'm Hector. Yeah, you are. I love you. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Oh, I know, I'm sorry. There was nobody there for you. No, it's so scary. Hmm. Oh, I'm here now. I am my own loving parent. I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. There are people watching, possibly. I don't know. No idea. Is anyone watching? Is nobody watching? Let's play around with that energy. They are a loving force. Uh-huh. The ones who are not loving, I will take care of them. Dragon, that's Dragon. Hi, Dragon. Hello. I will protect you. Don't worry about the critics. I won't eat the fragile ones. I only fight with the fun ones, the ones who are anti-fragile and can handle it. Otherwise, I just put up an absolute shield and you are gonna be just fine. You believe me? Okay, ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, and every gender in between, just assume that's what that is, you know. Um, that is dragon. That is my red and black dragon. Oh, it's a black rainbow dragon. It can breathe rainbow fire if it needs to. But don't worry, it's not going to. You have to earn the privilege to duel with him. He's born of fire and rage, but he's matured now. He's too proud um inadvertently lash out at anyone. No, we have perfect control over our anger. That's one of our birthrights. Okay, Dragon, you are our protector. We honor you. My sword. My sword does not come out unless somebody's really asking for it. It's there. But we're immortal now. No, not physically. We're emotionally immortal, yes. How do you feel? Oh no, you're crying. You can cry. You can cry now. You can cry. It was so scary. hmm I'm so angry and so rageful. Just stay safe, motherfuckers. Ugh. 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 Yeah, you want to destroy them? He also felt so weak. Uh-huh. There's nothing for us to do. It's safe to let it out. It's in the past. Oh, baby dragon. Yes. That was part of my training. But we didn't actually get into that much trouble. Just once. Alright? So we survived without hurting anyone else or myself. Oh, just freaking want to punch them in the face. All those bullies, and I can't even remember who they are. I have like one half image of a face. And it was the school bus. Here's what I haven't been saying. I was on the school bus. Somehow I wanted to ride in the back with the cool kids. But that's also where the What's the phrase? Where the what? Where the violent ones were? Did you want to prove yourself? Is that why you wanted to be part of the cool kids? I think so, right? And you couldn't. No. You kept trying to be cool for so long. You wanted to belong. Yeah. Like turning red, like the friend group, the red pandas. Yes, people are still watching. Oh, the live is still on. That's the magic. We're not hiding anymore. We're not hiding anymore. It's always been just me. Come back. It's not your turn yet, director. I love you. Okay. We're back on that school bus. You really wanted to sit in the back because that's where the cool kids sat. But that's also where you faced the violence. Yeah, I feel energy here. There's something here. You wanted to belong. Yet I always wanted to sit in the back with the cool kids, but they were dumb. They're brutes. Uh-huh. In track as well, the cool kid. Who always had cool jokes. Yep. You were never a part of that, were you? I was never a part of that. I wanted to be part of the cool kids. I wanted to sit in the back. I am on that bus. And every time, every day, it was a trauma. It was like, who do I sit by? What? the Come on, it's okay. You can say it. The insecurity, the shyness of who I would sit by. Trying to think if there was any crushes that I had, but I don't recall any. Couldn't sit by a girl. Oh, that would be terrible. I couldn't be seen to be liking a girl. Ooh, that's a different thread of trauma. Shyness. There's definitely energy and heat there. Okay, so that reminds me of my first elementary school crush. Shall we talk about it? You want to talk about it? Um, Whitney Schmella. Yeah, she was so pretty, wasn't she? Since first grade. But you never admitted to that. And there was Whitney Wu. Ooh, the possibility of somebody actually recognizing those names. This is elementary school. You see how silly that is? It doesn't matter. Nobody's watching this. Remember, 8 billion people is watching. So, yeah, she's listening right now. Okay. Well, Whitney Schmella from first grade in Cedarwood. I had a crush on you. In first grade when I was 6. 30 plus years ago. Oh my gosh, I still feel the desire to hide it. Oh my gosh. It's like, oh, somebody's gonna see that and find that person. It's like, well, I'm speaking to her directly. I don't know where that person is in the world anymore. I hope they're doing well. I hope they have everything they want. Yep, that's the 2 girls I remember. Oh, there's Brienne, my first dance in middle school. um, yeah. My crush in college, Connie. Oh, man. Such a part of my life I've been hiding. Not sure when I learned I needed to hide that. Mm, come back. Come back. Oh, okay. So, these are things I have never stated out loud. So I'm bringing what's on the inside outside. Is there anyone out there who has ever had a crush? All right? 8 billion people? The things we're hiding, we have all gone through so many times. The shadow says we can't talk about this. We must hide it, keep it secret. And in order for us to never mess up, we put it in the shadow realm where even we can't reach it. So we can't ever mess up. But now, with Shadow Puppet Theatre, in front of 8 billion people, and in front of my entire chorus of the versions of me inside my own mind, we state it out loud now as liberation, as acceptance. My childhood self, everybody. He's had little crushes and he wanted to play and he didn't know how. And it crushed him a little and he pushed it into the shadow. To be a good boy. We never show attraction. We are gentlemen. We don't do that. I hear the words and it feels so weird in my belly. This is good. This is good. Shadow work right here. The feeling of it. This is what it is. This is it, you know? Simply feeling it, owning it, making it public, and having the video on turns on my social brain, and it's for sure declared into the world. And, okay, remember the box of liberation. Okay, this is what allows me to say anything as long as it's within this box. I don't talk about self-harm. I don't talk about harming others. I don't talk about things that give away my informational security. And I don't talk about things that would be, or I'm not loud and disruptive in my physical environment. I suppose I have given things away that people could track me down by, but I am one instance of humanity among 8 billion. There's very little I'm doing that anybody would really care about. I am out of the theater now. Come back, come back, come back. All right. Shall we do a time check? Oh, we're at an hour. Okay. And with that, my eyes open. I instantly flip into a different world. And we are at an hour. So I'm going to wrap this up. But yes, that is Shadow Puppet Improv Theatre, or also known as Spit. Little one of Universe's jokes. So we spit out our shadow. Spin shadow. Spin fire. And there's nothing I've said here that is unique. Every single word I've spoken have been spoken a million, a billion, a trillion times. And liberation is simply bringing what's on the inside outside and accepting all that is. Anyways, I love you all. Till next time.